Hello and welcome to Pots and Trowels, and thank you to our supporters Mr Fothergill Seeds and Cobra Garden. Today we're going to be keeping the lawn edges in trim, and I'm going to be picking the first of the runner beans. Hello, I thought we'd start this week with a little bit of mowing, and here we are, the end of July, and the grass is lovely and green. We've had enough rain through June and July, certainly where we are in North Yorkshire, to keep the grass growing. But I know in some parts of the country they haven't had the rain and the grass has frizzled up. But a way to help keep the lawn green is to mow with a mulch mower, which is what I do through the summer months. I don't collect the clippings at all, and there's a plug in the back that holds them under the deck. They whiz round, they're chopped into really fine pieces, they're blown down into the grass cover, and that helps to feed the lawn. It releases the nitrogen, so it is a really good way to keep your lawn green and healthy all the way through the summer, and you haven't got all those grass clippings to get rid of. So something I do ideally on a weekly basis, and the secret is don't to mow too close either. One of the things I'm often asked is also, how do we keep the edges of our lawn neat and tidy? Well, I've got to admit, I do the mowing, Jill does the edging, but being as she's on the back of the camera, she can't do it today. So she's given me a quick lesson so I can show you. She does it on a weekly basis, and it's one of those things, a bit like the mowing, a bit like the hoeing that we talked about a week or so ago. If you do it little and often, it makes the job much faster and much easier. So the way she does it is, when I've mown around the edge, Jill will follow on with her two trusty tools. One of them you've met before if you saw us hoeing a while ago, which is the Dutch hoe. That comes in second, but before that I need to introduce you to the long arm shears. We had an American group round our garden a year or two ago, and they had never seen these. They were fascinated with these long arm shears, and these are a pair that you can actually adjust, so you can slide that in and out depending how tall you are. So they're really comfortable to use, and literally it's just a case of trimming around the edge once a week. And because we do it on a weekly basis, there's very little grass to trim off. There is just 1 week's worth of grass, so only probably looking at ½ inch of grass. If you leave it for a month, you get 6 inches of grass, and it's really long-winded and boring having to clip and pick all those clippings up. So there's only a little bit of grass there, so we don't even collect it. This is where the hoe comes in, and then it's just a case of hoeing the grass clippings into the soil, where they rot down really quickly. So again, they're feeding the soil, and then just to finish off, we just flip the hoe over and just strike it round like that, so we've got this nice clean edge there on the lawn, which makes it better. I was told years ago as a young gardener that if you mow the lawn, edge it, because it makes the whole difference and finishes the job off, and it certainly does. So when you're mowing next time, get your long arm shears out and your hoe and tidy your edges. This is always an exciting time of the year because it's runner bean time. Love runner beans, I've always grown them. I grow them up a wigwam like this because this is more than enough for two of us. It will feed loads, and what we don't eat fresh, we freeze, and then you can use them all the way through the year. But there's nothing like those first fresh pods off the plant. Now, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago we watered and fed this and gave it a good mulch. Runner beans like moisture in the soil, so if it is dry where you are, give them a really good soak around the roots. A liquid feed is great as well, and sealing the moisture with compost or grass clippings just to get them growing, and that's what helps all these flowers set. And we can see on these here we've got masses and masses of flowers. Each flower will turn into a runner bean if we're lucky and we're careful and keep them well looked after. But lower down the plant, where the flowers have been pollinated, the bees have done their job, we're now getting lovely beans. Now, they will get much bigger than that, but I'm always told by Mrs. Fish, don't get them when they're too stringy because they're not as nice. Get them when they're young and tender like that. So it's just a case of picking them off, check in on a regular basis. What you do find when they start to crop is you often get them hanging inside. In fact, there's one in there that's trying to escape me, but I've got it. And there's a nice boil in there for our tea. So pick them regular, enjoy them, keep them watered, and these will carry on right the way through until the end of September. Thank you for watching Pots and Trowels, and don't forget, as well as being on Facebook, you can watch all the pots and trowels we've done over the last year on YouTube. So go on there and you can see everything that we've covered. Next time I'm going to be dealing with the dahlias, and I'm also going to be sowing some late veg, so we'll see you then. Bye.